With SRN News, I'm Michael Harrington in Washington. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says Donald Trump needs to raise money fast if he expects to win the presidential campaign against Hillary Clinton. But the presumptive GOP presidential nominee says fundraising efforts are picking up.
A lot of money is coming in on the small line, on the small dollars. We're also raising a lot from the bigger donors, and that's money going to the party, by the way. That's money going to the party.
Trump interviewed on the Hugh Hewitt Show on the Salem Radio Network. Scotland's leader says the Scottish Parliament might try to block Britain from leaving the European Union. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon tells the BBC she would consider advising Scottish lawmakers not to give legislative consent to a British exit. She says withholding Scotland's consent might keep Britain from leaving the Union. Then again, it might not. This is SRN News.
It's coming in July. This station's hosts are heading to Cleveland, and we'll be there for 4 hard days and nights.
It's been a hard day's night.
The GOP fight for the White House has been long and hard. Can they get their act together and take on the Democrats and Hillary Clinton? Can they take this splintered party and make it work? It's going to take a lot of work and a few hard days and nights. The GOP National Convention, coming July 18th, AM 1280, The Patriot. Intelligent radio.
Join AM 1280 The Patriot for a once-in-a-lifetime tour, following the footsteps of the apostles John and Paul. It's a 2-week cruise through the Mediterranean, including shore stops in Rome, Athens, Corinth, Ephesus, and so much more. See the full itinerary and details at am1280thepatriot.com. Here's your Blue Ox Heating and Air Weather Center update. Today, expect sunny skies with a high near 86. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 60. And for Monday, mostly sunny with a high near 70.
AM 1280, The Patriot.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher for Park Chrysler Jeep. As a former Jeep owner, I loved every minute of my Jeep experience. Whether running to the store or hitting the open road, there's no experience like it. Mike at Park Chrysler Jeep and his team are able to get you into a Jeep that you'll love to drive with their destination location in Burnsville.
Start your next adventure at Park Chrysler Jeep. Minutes from Minneapolis, there's only one Twin Cities dealership that has product specialists who are actual specialists. We drive Jeeps, mod Jeeps, and we obsess over your Jeep as much as our own. You come here to drive Jeeps by Jeep people. There's only one Park Chrysler Jeep. Visit parkchryslerjeep.com or just off 35W on Highway 13, Burnsville.
Family owned since 1957, there's a reason why people travel from out of state to have the Park Chrysler Jeep experience. Whether you need a Jeep or just need one service, there's only one Park Chrysler Jeep, or online at parkchryslerjeep.com.
Can you understand what the boss is saying?
No, not at all. It's all muffled. Sounds like the mic isn't working or something.
Yeah, I know. All I hear is wah, wah, wah. And I figure it's important because this meeting has been planned for weeks. I can't even see what's on the projector. What is he pointing at?
I don't know. It's really grainy. It's like my first TV from college.
Yeah, well, only another 30 minutes until we can escape for lunch. I got some paper. Want to play tic-tac-toe or something?
Yeah, X, center square.
Hi, I'm Mark, president of WNAV Audiovisual. WNAV assists with over 400 Twin Cities events annually with top-of-the-line technology for corporate meetings since 1983. At WNAV Audiovisual, we know how important your meetings are, which is why you can put it in the hands of our top technicians. Whether it's an installation project or an employee meeting, don't let technology components ruin what should be a productive, engaging gathering. WNAV Audiovisual, where your meeting is our business. Online at wnav-video.com.
This is Michael Medved for Townhall.com. Comic book superheroes have come to dominate popular culture as never before. Of the top 10 opening weekends in Hollywood history, 7 of them featured superheroes from Marvel or DC Comics. Most recently, Iron Man and other luminaries from the Marvel galaxy co-starred with Captain America in Civil War, which earned nearly $200 million in its first 3 days of release. These familiar figures, each with distinctive powers, personalities, and backstories, function as Olympians for the ancient Greeks or Norse gods for the Vikings. Is it a coincidence that the power of these comic book gods has increased just as the perceived authority of the biblical God seems to have dissipated, with an unprecedented 20% of Americans now describing themselves as disconnected from organized religion? Batman and Superman may be beloved figures, but they offer a feeble substitute for the more significant, more richly human figures in Scripture. I'm Michael Medved.
Gather round. It's time for your Real Estate Chalk Talk with the Hittner Group at Coldwell Banker Burnett. Listen closely as your coaches discuss the culture, the economy, and the political scene, and how it affects your home and your real estate investments. Real Estate Chalk Talk is where you learn the science of buying and selling real estate and the art of living in your home. Your education begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome to the program. I'm Keith Hittner Sr. together here with Keith Hittner Jr. Kelvin's going to be in the next segment. He's got something he had to finish up before he came to the program. RealEstateChalkTalk.com has all the tools and vendor contact information that you need to fix up your home and get it ready for sale. 612-627-8000 is the number to call. If you need help, remember, we can't help you if you don't call, so call us today. Well, we're rolling into summer here, and we got a lot of backyard activities going on. Why not have the Rack Shack Barbecue deliver that food right to your door? Just go to the Rack Shack website, rackshackbarbecue.com. You'll see the link at the top of the page. Click on the link of the location that's close to you and order your barbecue feast. If you're on the way home and want to pick it up, hey, no problem at all. Just click on that link and order it. Pay online. The guys will have you all hooked up and ready to go. It's no problem at all. 612-627, remember, is the number to call for real estate help. We're here to help you today. What do we got going on today? I don't know. We're continuing. We're in week 3 of our
outdoor
4-week series of outdoor activities. We're talking about the outside of the house. It's summer in Minnesota. And so last week we had the mosquito guys on. That was a good show.
I thought it was a good conversation. And now that we're getting into the season a little bit here, when you're out showing houses and it's dusk.
Yep.
I'm talking to all my buyers. You can get your mosquitoes taken care of, and here's how you get it done. And a lot of lawn services do that, and some of them, and this guy we had on last week, just focuses directly on ticks and mosquitoes and making sure that they're not bothering you outside in your yard. But today we're going to have Charlie Britt on from the grounds crew, so we'll talk with Charlie about his company and what they can do for you out there. Keith Sr., your youngest daughter is making a move, right?
Youngest daughter's making a move into a new house. We just kind of worked out the bugs on that one this week. And
another child of yours home with a pool.
Third, Zach, isn't that the truth? Everybody's got a pool. It's like here I thought we were going to be the hub. We built this big castle with a indoor pool and all that stuff. Now everybody's got their own pool. No one comes over anymore.
So we grew up with a pool. We had a 5-acre plot in Egan that we grew up on, had an outdoor pool, and ultimately you developed that land, right? And built your own property and another pool. So it only makes sense that your kids are out of the house and they have their own families.
Pool in the blood.
They grew up with the pool, so probably something that we desire. My wife was pushing that one on my side, but secretly I never let on that I also wanted to have a pool.
And there is something to be said, because our pool is inside, and there is something to be said about an outdoor pool, especially at this time of the year. I mean, we walk through the pool room to get out to the patio, and it's it's hot and it's kind of humid in there and whatnot, and you get outside, the sun shining down, laying out by the pool. I always enjoyed when our pool was outside to be able to walk around, pick the weeds, and a Saturday morning around the pool with a skimmer, just kind of skimming the leaves off a little bit and farting around with it.
Yeah.
A nice morning cigar always helps too, with a cup of Java.
Well, if you ever get lonely, Senior, I'll come over and make you feel at home.
Come over and make it. Okay. So, but in the wintertime.
Yeah, November. I mean, we're over there for Thanksgiving. Yeah. We usually hit all the holidays at your place. So, if we're there in November and Christmas and New Year's is a slower time in February, we swim at your house. Come over and splash around in the pool, and it's a great place. A good off-season spot over at Grandpa and Grandma's house.
The best time ever, and this isn't a pool show, but I just gotta say the best time ever
is outdoor living. We're
February or January, 60 below zero outside, with a 100-degree below zero wind chill, and you're in the pool room and it's 90 degrees and you're swimming. That's pretty awesome.
And we've had one near-death experience at the property there.
Just the one. Pulled one
pretty good.
Grandchild out, managed to give him a little CPR, and he bounced right back.
Yeah, he was only blue for about 5 minutes.
That's right. No problem at all.
I kid.
Okay, so this I'm excited to talk with Kelvin when he comes in here.
Yeah,
about
big news, huh?
About the EU deal. And
I was all over my my Wells Fargo guys.
Were you?
Oh yeah.
What?
Just advising, seeing what they're
advising them what to do.
No, seeing what their advice would be. See, I'm not a big, I'm not an investor, right? I want somebody else to take care of that for me. Extremely busy with real estate and family and the restaurant and all that stuff, so I don't have time to worry about the money. And I started investing, and this has a huge impact on what the markets are going to do, and they don't know. So, but I started investing in like maybe July of 2008. And in October of 2008, every dollar that I gave to the advisor was virtually gone. So I'm very jaded in investing money, period. We've had some investment people on the show here, and we've had conversations with them, and there's no secret that that's how I feel about it. Yet you have to do something with your money. I feel I could just stick it in a box, and it would do better than giving it to them, or buy real estate, which is what I know. And invest in that. But they're definitely on their heels a little bit on what to do. One of the guys I work with is, I think they might have a little bit of a different viewpoint, because he said we've been waiting for something like this to make something happen. So
so the market crashes, they can
so we
buy.
can make some money.
Right.
And the other one says anytime that you take somebody out of free trade, it's not good for the markets in general. So I don't know. We'll see. That's why I asked them both the same question to see what they would say.
Right.
Both of them, though, said, "Just send the money."
Yeah, of course, send the money. But the thing of it is that free trade. You're exactly right. You take someone out of free trade, but no one is being taken out of free trade. I was watching the programs this morning just because, I'm concerned with our portfolio and what it's going to do and all that. And I'm done investing. I got my stuff is all locked in. So. But I like to watch it, and I thought, if I was still pouring money into there, I'd be waiting for the markets to open today to buy, because they're going to open 500 points down. It's an emotional thing. It's going to bounce right back. Britain didn't, fall off the face of the earth. They're still around. They're still going to be working. There's still people there. They're buying. They're making their pharmaceuticals. They're making their weaponry and selling it. Nothing's changed there. It's just that they've taken control of their borders back. I think it's great. I thought the EU from the beginning was kind of a dumb idea.
Yeah, so one of the conversations I had this morning was with one of my investment guys was that he thinks that maybe they're just going to have to be dealing with an additional currency, and that's about all that's going to change.
But they never took their pound off.
No, it was always there. But that's about the drastic. There's not going to be a drastic impact long term, and it's more about kind of what we're experiencing here in the United States with jobs and people worrying about keeping their jobs within within Great Britain, as opposed to having this one union, because they're doing so well.
And we have a good with our economy here. Just trying to bring it back locally, because there's some interesting news I was reading this week too on the Star and Sickle, who had an article out about Minnesota. Wages in Minnesota. Minnesota is doing really pretty doggone good in terms of wages and whatnot. We're of all the Midwestern states, the only state that has higher average wage per person is North Dakota. And North Dakota's wages are coming down because of the soft oil prices. Minnesota's are going up. Minnesota's are actually being held back because of agriculture is a little bit soft right now, and those types of things. But they were talking about real estate and how the real estate sector, they were saying there's no correlation between jobs created and wages. In fact, there's an inverse correlation, supply and demand it's called, because wages and money are going up in real estate, but they've only created like 1,900 jobs in the last...
In the real estate sector?
In the real estate sector.
In construction.
And so, but we've had a huge increase in real estate values and those and production has been increased, but there just aren't the workers.
Yeah, new construction starts are up. There's less people to do it, but if you notice, and we do because we help people buy new construction properties, the time to build a house, it's substantially longer than it was. Previously, with starts going up and less subs to take care of the work, the process just takes a longer time.
We finalized a deal this week, and they're going to be lucky if they're in by Christmas.
Oh yeah, 6 months easy. 6 months easy. It depends on if you're building a a tract home or a national builder, or if you're going to work with a smaller, more semi-custom builder or a custom home builder, you can be 6 to 8 months to build a property. Whereas we could bang them out in 3-4 months.
Back in the day, and we were running out of time in this segment, but back in the day when we were really geared up and had it dialed in, we could build it was called a classic series. It was a smaller house, but we could build it in 90 days from the date of inking. And that included the time then to go get the permit and all that stuff. It was actually a 60-day build cycle. Yeah. But we had people lined up, boy.
Yeah, but you had subs
crushing
it. And right now, a lot of those subs in the real estate downturn went off and got different jobs.
Exactly.
And now they're not in the trades anymore. Yep. So we're going to have to break here. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk, realestatechalktalk.com. Give us a call, 612-627-8000.
Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue, yeah.
AM 1280, The Patriot.
Coldwell Banker Burnett serves home buyers and sellers in Minnesota and western Wisconsin. Our professional sales associates provide a full-service, one-stop shopping real estate experience. And we've got the latest technology to market your home or assist with your home search. Visit cbburnett.com online or on your web-enabled cell phone. Coldwell Banker apps are also available for your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Wherever you go, we've got the home search tools you need. Go to cbburnett.com.
Today's stringent lending guidelines are challenging enough, so when you're finally ready to close, call Burnett Title to get the job done right. Since 1981, Burnett Title has been an industry leader providing title insurance and closing services for residential, new construction, and commercial transactions. With 19 closing locations, Burnett Title can expedite your closing whether it's in the Twin Cities, Rochester, St. Cloud, or western Wisconsin. For information, call 952-844-6200 or go to BurnettTitle.com. 952-844-6200.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher for Park Chrysler Jeep. As a former Jeep owner, I loved every minute of my Jeep experience. Whether running to the store or hitting the open road, there's no experience like it. Mike at Park Chrysler Jeep and his team are able to get you into a Jeep that you'll love to drive with their destination location in Burnsville.
Start your next adventure at Park Chrysler Jeep. Minutes from Minneapolis, there's only one Twin Cities dealership that has product specialists who are actual specialists. We drive Jeeps, mod Jeeps, and we obsess over your Jeep as much as our own. You come here to drive Jeeps by Jeep people. There's only one Park Chrysler Jeep. Visit parkchryslerjeep.com or just off 35W on Highway 13, Burnsville.
Family owned since 1957, there's a reason why people travel from out of state to have the Park Chrysler Jeep experience. Whether you need a Jeep or just need one service, there's only one, Park Chrysler Jeep, or online at parkchryslerjeep.com.
Congratulations, you finally found your dream home. They've accepted your offer. And now, you need a closing company that can bring it all home. What you need is Global Closing and Title Services. Global Closing and Title is licensed for residential and commercial transactions here in Minnesota and Wisconsin and can close anytime, anywhere at your convenience.
Call Global Closing and Title at 952-895-8400. That's 952-895-8400. Or go to gcstitle.com.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm the football your buddy fired through your windshield. The cooler that tumbled out of a pickup and onto the hood of your car. If you're a football fan, eventually we're gonna meet. So get Allstate. Our agents help keep you protected from mayhem. Like me.
Are you in good hands?
Start protecting yourself from mayhem today. Call Allstate Agent Brady at 952-905-2735. Coverage subject to terms, qualifications, and availability. Allstate Indemnity Company, Northbrook, Illinois.
And now, we return to the purveyors of real estate knowledge. Your Real Estate Chalk Talk.
Hey, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, this is Real Estate Chalk Talk, and we are broadcasting from the Rack Shack Barbecue Studio here in the Twin Cities. I'm Keith Hittner Sr., here with Keith Hittner Jr., and you can reach us directly at 612-627-8000. Kelvin Kaemingk will be here shortly. He's running a little bit behind, and we're looking forward to having a chat with him about that European Union catastrophe over there in the other side of the pond.
Yeah, he'll be here for his money segment. We don't need him before anyways.
Yeah, he doesn't really add anything to the program. Are you planning a lunch meeting or a company picnic? Get their attention with some really great food by calling the Rack Shack Barbecue Corporate Catering Hotline. Call them today, 612-326-0430. Get your meeting meal ordered and feed your staff mouth-watering smoked meats, signature sides and sauces, all at a very low cost per serving. It's good for the bottom line and good for the crew, and it's so doggone easy. You just call Elliot. You call him at 612-326-0430, and he can take care of all the details for you. Okay, so we are on our... Got the bills paid there. So we're on our third week of the outdoor living. We've been talking about patios and painting on the outside and fixing up, and nothing looks better when you pull up, you're staging your house, you're getting it all set for sale, you painted the front door, you washed the windows, and you pull up and you got a front lawn that looks like someone walked through it with a rototiller. So we've got a guest in the studio I'm going to talk about lawn care, lawn maintenance, all of that stuff. Charlie Britt is here. Charlie, tell us what the name of your company is and a little bit about your background.
Thanks for having me. We are the Grounds Crew. We are a property maintenance company. We started in 2004 as a lawn care company, and then we grew into fertilizing, landscaping, and then snow plowing. And then in the last couple of years, we've started painting and deck staining as well. We service the South Metro and the West Metro primarily, and we're out of Savage.
So you're really talking about the whole exterior of the property.
Service, yeah.
Full service exterior of the property in terms of maintaining that. So you went from cutting grass to full-blown landscaping and whatnot. So what is your targeted service area, first of all? Where is your business located, and where do you want it? Where's your wheelhouse?
We're out of Savage, so we kind of do County Road 42 in the South Metro from Inver Grove Heights all the way to Shakopee and Prior Lake, and then we go as far north as Plymouth and Minnetonka.
Okay, so now when you do your fertilizer applications, are you dry chemical, are you liquid, do you spray? Tell us about that.
A combination. We get all of our materials from John Deere Landscapes, and it's a combination of granular and liquid. Granular would be like the pre-emergent in the first application. The second application is a liquid, and that would be a post-emergent, kills your current weeds, and then your fertilizer is always slow-release granular, and that's kind of your mid-summer, late summer applications.
So if I'm a homeowner, how many applications, if I want a good, healthy, thick, green lawn, how many applications should I put on in a year?
We always recommend 5. If unless someone is strong against 5 and wants more, wants less, that's our default. It's 5, yeah.
So 5 would be your pre-emergence in the spring.
Yep.
Then a May shot.
Yep, the post-emergent in May.
Okay, and then one in June and one in August, and then your 5th is a winter.
Yep, exactly.
And people ask about that sometimes. Why would I be putting we're about to go into winter.
Yeah.
Why would I be fertilizing my grass? I don't want it to grow anymore. It's going to go to sleep.
Sure. Actually, natural germination happens right as soon as the snow melts, and we can't get out there that early. So your fall application is actually your first application in the spring.
Oh, really?
So it's one of the most important, but. Yeah, no, it's an important application.
I think it's one that was missed at my house that we just moved to because, boy, we came in and it was Dandelion City.
Yep.
And it took a lot to get those to get under control. But
absolutely.
We got it under control now. But
sure.
I don't think that fall application was done.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it. Well, a lot of people at this time of year, that's probably our most calls is where's the dandelions, where they're growing like crazy. The first application, all it does is prevent weeds. It's not gonna kill your current dandelions, and you actually want to stick it out and let as many weeds pop as possible, and
so you can kill them.
So you can kill them because the post-emergent can't kill what's not above ground level.
So I physically went and pulled the dandelions that were there.
That's very green of you.
It's very green of me.
I told them they're just going to grow back.
Yeah. You gotta hit the roots.
I pulled them out, and then chemicals.
Sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk of organic and everything like that, and pulling's obviously very organic, but nothing works like chemicals. That's why it's still around.
Yep.
So speaking of chemicals, and what is, because some people are concerned about that, especially if you're on a pond or anything like that.
Sure.
And you drive by some homes and they've got this beautiful emerald green lawn.
Yep.
And they have a lawn service, and you go to the house right next door, and their lawn is kind of a puke green. And they also have a lawn service. What's the difference between the two? And is there a difference between if I was going to go into a big box home improvement store and buy fertilizer and the fertilizer that you're putting on?
There is definitely a difference. When you do it yourself, you're not taking it into idea of like the soil temperature and all the other parameters that take place when you're applying fertilizer. But I would say that the professional chemicals that we buy from John Deere are much better than like the Scotts and everything else you can buy at Ace Hardware and Home Depot. But if you drive it to one lawn and one lawn looks better than the other, half the time the one lawn's probably not doing much. Aerating's very important, but a fertilizing program will make all the difference in the world.
Do you guys do actual soil testing, and do you go out and test the pH and all of that?
We do, but on a rare occasion. We've had a couple customers that come to us and they tried to do it on their own the previous year, and we have to find out what they did wrong before we can start adding more chemicals, and then we will do a soil test. And it's just a matter of putting soil in a bag and bringing it to John Deere, and then John Deere sends it off, and 2 weeks later they let us know what's in the soil.
Exactly what to do and
exactly
how to do it that size.
Exactly.
What about diseases and different lawn diseases, and how do you count for that, or are there very many of them? Or
the biggest things are like creeping Charlie and crabgrass, and those are you kind of got to start over. You round up and then you start with grass seed and black dirt, and the biggest advice I give is your pre-emergent application in the spring. It does nothing visually that season, but it's the only thing that'll prevent those two things.
So if you've got crabgrass there coming in, isn't there a crabgrass killer that you can use?
No, a post-emergent will kill things like dandelions and clovers and stuff like that, but not crabgrass.
So when I go to the big box store and I see chickweed and crabgrass killer, what is that?
I don't know every chemical, but if they're claiming to kill crabgrass, they would kill your grass. So it's like, if it's a kill-all if they're going to kill crabgrass. So.
Really?
How about the clovers that seem to pop up, and they seem to be pretty hard to manage as well?
Sure. Well, the nature of the beast is like there's always woods and there's always neighbors that don't take care of their lawns.
Right.
That's why you want to keep doing your fertilizing program. The second post-emergent application will take care of that, and there's no defense to have it work year in year out without doing it.
So I guess the takeaway then, and to be able to move on from that conversation, is stay consistent.
Yeah.
And keep up with the applications, and probably hire a professional service like TGC Property Services.
Exactly. It's a living, breathing thing, so you got to stay up on it.
Okay, your website is tgcpropertyservices.com.
Correct.
And you do other services as well. So I see on your website you have like patios and landscaping and things like that. Talk about that side of your business.
We do kind of this. We started off as a maintenance company, and we grew into doing patios and walkways and little walls. We aren't like we don't do the giant walls that you come in and it takes a month, but it's a lot of the smaller stuff, and we have pictures on our website and pictures on our Facebook page.
You get after like fire pits and things like that for people? Or?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And do you find those projects fun to do, or would you...
Yeah. No, that's probably the most fun, because projects and property enhancements are the most dramatic and create the.
That's probably a
You're
good
changing
term.
Something.
Property enhancement, and I could just see from a homeowner standpoint, you see you got your lawn looking good, the bushes are all trimmed up, you're looking good, and you want just this little something, over here, and you don't want to call. A big landscaper and whatnot. It's really a valuable service to have someone like you who's already there. You already know the property. I already know you.
Yep.
Can you do this?
Exactly.
It's like a natural extension. How did you get into deck work?
I actually partnered with a childhood friend. He was doing it on his own and doing it kind of smaller scale, and he was thinking about starting his own business, and I said, I already have this customer base and I've already been approached for it many times, and we're always looking for services we can offer in the winter because snow is so inconsistent, and it seemed like a natural partnership, and it's worked out wonderfully.
To be able to grow your exterior services business.
Yeah, exactly.
TGC Property Services is the website, right?
Yep.
TGCpropertyservices.com. Charlie, thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Charlie Britt from TGC Property Services. Always great to have conversations with new folks. Give us a call at 612-627-8000. That number again is 612-627-8000. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk. Log on to realestatechalktalk.com. That's realestatechalktalk.com. Moving forward in the show, we're going to meet with Kelvin Kaemingk, our resident money man, and talk about Great Britain and how the impact is going to affect the United States and what we're going to do with the mortgage markets. We'll also chat a little bit about different price ranges in real estate and what's going on there. 612-627-8000.
Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue. Yeah.
AM 1280, The Patriot.
The highly trained plumbing technicians of H2C Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing can do it all. 50 years of experience helping local homes and businesses with their plumbing needs and issues with water heaters, bathrooms, leaky faucets, and pipe repair. Providing free estimates and bringing back fair pricing to the Twin Cities, and providing 24/7 emergency service. H2C Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Visit myh2c.com.
When we made an offer on our dream home, it was contingent on a home inspection by Inspecta Homes. It was money well spent.
Since 1981, Inspecta Homes has helped buyers evaluate homes. They inspect everything from the grade and drainage to steps, decks, porches, and roof. Inside, they evaluate the windows, doors, and the mechanical systems, so you know you're making a wise choice. So be smart. Call Inspecta Homes for your home inspection, 651-641-0641, or go to inspectahomes.com.
Giving your computer problems the boot. Arby's Computer Service.
Hi, I'm Randy with RB's Computer Service. What do you do when you see your computer or server start acting strange and wonder if it might have just been hacked? You just restart it and hope all is well? Many do, and that is where you're playing with fire. Imagine all of your data in the hands of someone who is not concerned about what happens to you or your company after they sell your information on the black market. If someone is not watching over your equipment like we do for many others, you are gambling with all of that data. They can even encrypt your computer and hold it hostage until you pay a ransom to get it back, or worse yet, steal your personal identity. RB's Computer Service has solutions for you. All you need to do is call us. Do that now before you forget. Our number is 763-441-3884, or find us on the web at rbsmn.com. Once more, 763-441-3884.
Giving your computer problems the boot. Arby's Computer Service.
Overwhelmed by your next move? Then take action and call Action Moving, your local Atlas Van Lines agent. With 27 years experience, Action Moving provides quality, reliable moves guaranteed. Get free estimates and competitive rates on local and interstate moves at 1-800-328-3803 or go to actionmoving.com. That's 1-800-328-3803 and mention you heard it on Hittner Real Estate's Chalk Talk Radio. Member of the Better Business Bureau.
Wow. TPM Flooring's private showroom is amazing.
Wow.
I've never seen a better selection of flooring.
Wow.
TPM Flooring gave me an on-the-spot estimate for my hardwood flooring.
Wow.
Their installers did a fantastic job. They vacuumed their way out the door.
Wow.
Put the wow into your next project with TPM Flooring of Burnsville. They supply and install carpet, vinyl, hardwood, and ceramic tile for your home or business.
Wow.
TPM Flooring. Online at tpmflooring.com.
And now, we return to the purveyors of real estate knowledge, your Real Estate Chalk Talk.
Hey, welcome back to the program. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk. Keith Hittner Jr. is here in the studio with his old man, and Kelvin Kaemingk must have come in. I can smell his cologne. RealEstateChalkTalk.com has the tools and vendor contact information for you to help you fix up your home and get it ready for sale. 612-627-8000 is the number to call. If you need help, call us, 612-627-8000. Hey, it's backyard season in the barbecue world. Get your rear end out in the backyard and enjoy summer here in Minnesota. And don't worry about firing up the grill. Don't worry about it at all. It probably doesn't work anyhow. Call the Rack Shack Barbecue or go to rackshackbarbecue.com. They can hook you up. Just go on the link. They can deliver it right to the door. Just go on the link and click on the
says deliver
place that's closest to you. Yep, on the delivery link.
Click on
says
that.
deliver, right? Delivery.
Deliver.
And they'll bring it right out to you. 612-627-8000 again is the number to call us if you need help. We just finished up last segment was good segment on outdoor maintaining the yard and lawn. Had a good interview. And we're in our third week of our 4-part series. We got the 4th of July coming up. Everybody's kind of looking forward to that. Got a lot of activities going on, and things out in the hinterland of concerts and
I'm getting out of town. And do it every year.
Junior is on the road. He's doing the
road tripping it. Griswold
National Family Vacations.
A nice station wagon, or
yeah, I rented one. Got rid of the Tahoe. Just rented an old Woody.
The family truckster.
Wagon. Green, puke green, pea green. Yeah.
You doing anything senior over the 4th or not?
You know, I'm going to be in a parade.
Yeah, you are.
We are. We're going to be in the 4th of July parade. We got it's for Rack Shack, so we got a couple of the catering vans. Get them all shined up. We got a portable smoker on wheels that we'll put behind, and we'll go down the street and handing out pulled pork sandwiches.
There you go.
Really?
No.
Free sandwich.
Free sandwich card.
There you go.
Card for a free sandwich.
I don't think that.
What parade?
Apple Valley.
Okay.
Yeah, Apple Valley Parade. So that'll be fun. You going to come? You going to come and watch?
I will not. No, I won't.
Where are you going to be doing?
I'll be in Iowa.
Ooh.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, I'm going to go see family.
Sorry. Yeah, I apologize. Yeah.
See family.
Oh. All right, so Keith Reno, what do you got for this segment?
W.
We were going to talk about.
So do you recall last year how I had said that 2016 will be the year of the townhouse?
Yes.
Townhouse segment is the highest sales increased segment out of all. New construction, single family, detached properties, townhouses, condos. Townhouses are ruling the roost with the increase in sales activity. And why do you think that might be? Let's have a conversation, everybody, kind of focus on what we're talking about here.
I think it will. Here's what I think it is. I think it is for the same reason that they became popular in the late 80s and early 90s. And that would be because single-family home prices in the entry-level neck of the woods moved out of reach of some people, and townhomes were then what was affordable.
Nailed it.
What about outside amenities? Like
outside
the pool,
amenities?
the tennis courts. You think
most
that matters?
of those don't. Most of the townhouses, your general townhome developments, don't have those.
Kelsey does.
Large amenities in the development. Right. River Hills in Burnsville.
Mm-hmm.
Very uncommon to have the tennis court. Right. When was the last time a townhome development was built with a tennis court? First of all. Second of all, yeah, basketball, pool, all that stuff. Now, single-family home developments have gone that route where they're building a lot of the community centers, the pools, etc. But townhome developments in general, you've nailed it. Obviously, prices have increased, so your entry-level properties now are $250,000 to $350,000. Where are the $180,000 houses? There aren't any anymore. So now we gravitate back towards a townhouse as an option for us as a first-time home buyer. In addition to that, townhome sellers have taken note. Most of those folks, if you recall, just 2016, 10, 9, 8 short years ago, the market was in a free fall. And, well, people actually bought townhouses at that time too.
Right.
So
they bought at the very bottom.
They bought at the top. They bought at the top prior to. So now all of those people that bought townhouses between 2004, 5, 6, and 7 that have hung on to them, like our buddy Jared Hanowski with Amick, right? He owns a townhouse.
Yep.
A lot of other people own townhouses too that they're unintended landlords, though. They're unintended landlords where they moved out of their townhouse and now bought, and they've recognized, hey, market's increased, there's a lack of inventory in this price point, we might have the opportunity to sell them. So there's more townhouses on the market, period, than there were. So people are taking note. So you have that good dynamic where people have townhouses to sell, and there are buyers for these townhouses. What that does then is continue to spur the market moving forward of people adding more buyers to the market. It's adding more buyers to the market, but the inventory where we've slowed is the $250,000, $350,000, $400,000 price point. Inventory is extremely slowed. We have a 1.5 month supply of inventory in these markets.
What about for townhomes?
So they're extremely swift.
On townhomes, what kind of price range are you seeing that's really increasing nicely?
Well, price points in general, anything under $500,000, the market times are increased, the average sale price is increased, the list-to-sell ratio has increased, the median sales price has increased. Everything under $500,000. The only market segment that has an increase of listing inventory is $1 million plus. It's the only market segment that has an overall increase in listing inventory of people putting their houses on the market. All other price points in all other segments have seen a reduction in listing inventory. So they don't have as many houses to choose from. Thereby, simple supply and demand. People are out there buying properties. The prices are going up. Average sale price is going up. Everything is going up on these properties. So.
In answer to your question, Kelvin, on the townhomes, you see the ones that are really increasing are the ones that right after the crash, so would be like in 10 and 11, 9, 10, and 11. I mean, you couldn't give like a middle unit, one-car garage townhome, old Rutland built, 1,200, 1,300 square foot townhome. I mean, they were selling for $60,000.
Wow.
So, I mean, you look at,
crazy.
and now those properties are 120. They've doubled in value since that time. So if you have a buyer who was in the market at that time, not that they were any kind of genius, it's just that at that time they were looking to buy and it was cheap, so they bought it, They've doubled their money. That's a 100% increase in value. That they're very, very lucky. You don't see that kind of an increase as the price level goes up. That's where the averages come into play. But I mean, there's really some significant increases. And the end unit ones, the entry level, 13, 15, 1,600 square foot slab on grade, 2-car garage, end unit on a quad or something like that. Very nice increases, over the last couple years actually. And Keith nailed it. I mean, last year we could see it coming, that these townhomes were about to get back. It started to firm up a little bit last year. You started to see fewer concessions given by sellers. There was some pushback. When people were coming in low on offers, they were pushing back on it. And this year now it's just been awesome. Yeah. We put one on the market this week over on in Plymouth Avenue in Burnsville. We priced it right. It was in good shape, but we priced it right at the top of where we thought. Above this mark, we're going to start having some appraisal issues and some of that, and below, we felt that it would be giving it away. So we kind of dialed it in, and that thing sold, perfect offer, with actually a good friend of ours from Remax who had a client that bought it, and multiple offers on it. It just boom.
Are you seeing a lot of multiple offers on the townhome area, or in general you're seeing it all over? And then also touch on condos. Is that same thing you're seeing on townhomes affecting condo market?
Not as much, just because it's not as popular of an option, and there aren't really as many of them as there are condo. And we're talking now
in the burbs at least.
Yeah, right. And we're talking condos as a floor plan now, not as a legal description, because people get confused about that. But the apartment style flat condos in the suburbs, but downtown. Nice increases down there. I mean, the Carlton or Carlisle or whatever, some of those places downtown Minneapolis, really nice increases, and they were hit hard too. Really.
Would you ever do that? Would you ever live downtown in a nice condo?
In a New York minute.
Would you really?
Oh yeah, yeah. My wife would shoot me, but yes, I would.
So you'd be alone.
I would be alone. Yeah.
So that works out well.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
good.
I thought of getting to have one, just have.
Just in case. Good.
Well, next segment, we'll be excited to hear your opinion on what's going on with Great Britain, so brush up on your notes. I want to hear some good stuff there. This is your Real Estate Chalk Talk. Give us a call at 612-627-8000. That number again is 612-627-8000. Remember to log on to realestatechalktalk.com. You can check your home value or search for properties. That's realestatechalktalk.com. One more time, 612-627-8000. And we'll be right back.
Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue, yeah.
AM 1280, The Patriot.
New Age Technologies provides effortless entertainment and control with the push of a button. We conceive, customize, and install innovative technologies for your home and business, including home theater systems, home security, whole home audio, commercial and home automating, and home surveillance, and much more. Discover our residential services or commercial services and contact us today for more information at nahometheater.com.
New Life Contracting, specialists in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and paint for your home. New Life Contracting features GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractors. Only 1% to 2% of contractors nationwide qualify as Master Elite Roofers. That means New Life Contracting can offer better warranties on the GAF product lines. That means special training every year and extended warranties that put New Life Contracting into an elite club that wins awards and provides unmatched service and work for you since 1998. Learn more at newlifecontracting.com and click on Free Estimate.
Pro-life across America, the Billboard people.
Elijah, how did you break your arm? I fell off the monkey bars. Ooh, ouch. Did it hurt? Yeah, but I'm a big boy, so I didn't hardly cry. Did you know that babies can feel pain before they're even born? They can?
That's right. Babies can smile, suck their thumbs, and even feel pain before they're born. That's why we want to take good care of mommies and babies.
Hello, my name is Marianne Koharski. I'm the director of Pro-Life Across America, the Billboard people. If you know someone who is pregnant and in need of confidential counseling or information, please call Pro-Life Across America at 1-800-366-7773 or visit our website at prolifeacrossamerica.org. Pro-Life Across America is totally educational, non-political, and tax deductible.
Pro-life across America, the Billboard people.
Inefficient heating and cooling systems can really take a toll on your utility bill and comfort levels. The trained technicians at H2C have been helping local homes and business owners for over 50 years. They make sure that every system is operating at its peak performance. Energy-efficient heating and cooling systems from the highly trained experts at H2C Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, bringing back fair pricing to the Twin Cities. Visit myh2c.com.
Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue. To do you right, we take time for a barbecue flavor that will blow your mind. Get that Rack Shack attack, oh, Rack Shack barbecue. Made fresh daily, we cater to you. Homemade sauces, secret rubs too. It's America's food and the right thing to do. Get that Rack Shack attack, Rack Shack barbecue. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the program. If you're just tuning in, this is Real Estate Chalk Talk. We're broadcasting from the Rack Shack Barbecue Studio, and I'm Keith Hittner, Sr., here in the studio with Keith Jr. You can reach us at 612-627-8000. Kelvin Kaemingk, the money man, is here. He's going to tell us all about what's going on in the European Union debacle and how that's impacting market. We love when we've got upheaval in the marketplace because interest rates go down. If you're shopping for a mortgage, now's the time to lock that baby in, right, Kelvin?
It is. It's unbelievable.
Say if you're planning a lunch meeting or a company picnic, get their attention. Call Rack Shack Barbecue, 612-326-0430, or go to rackshackbarbecue.com. You have to spell it out, rackshackbarbecue.com, or what's that catering website, Keith?
rackshackbbqcatering.com.
Go there, click on that baby, and order yourself up some great food for the crew. Say it's today at 2:15, Sunday, 2:15. Head over to this address in Apple Valley, Minnesota. Go to 4587. Get a pen. I'll wait a second. You can write it down. 4587 137th Street West in Apple Valley. Beautiful house, $549,722. Keith Areno, the senior, will be there holding it open. I don't know who took these pictures. You just Google it, 4587 137th Street. Whoever took those pictures, genius. They look like they're out of a magazine. Man, they look awesome. Kelvin, what's going on in the European Union? How's that?
So, yeah, I'm tooting my own horn there. Hey, come look at what I did. I'm really good at this. Money, yeah, so Great Britain left the European Union.
No big deal?
Huge deal, actually.
What makes it a huge deal?
Huge deal is no one's ever done it. No one's ever left it. The European Union You Can't Quit was established in 1993, November 1st.
So prior to that, there was no EU, so who cares? I mean, everyone was doing great then.
Well, were they doing great? Or did they come together to form a stronger union, right?
There was no union, so they weren't forming a stronger union.
Okay, forming a union.
Okay, union, right?
So it was established initially by France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Italy, Netherlands, and Germany to kind of bring Europe together, kind of like you think the United States.
Right.
Instead of having states, it's one. We're the
Right.
United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's similar
In
to concept of Texas saying, hey, we're going to be our own country. We're going to have our own trade agreements now with the rest of the United States. We're going to have our own, our own trade, our own finance, our own currency. We're going to do all of those things. So David Cameron said to the people that they would allow a vote on this. When he ran for re-election, his competitor was saying, we need to leave, we need to leave, we need to leave. It's costing us all this money. There's a huge admission fee to the EU and all sorts of regulation put on their country by the European Union. And people are saying, no, we won out. So it did pass. It was 51.9% is how the end vote came out. So that's a split country.
And Cameron
right
now resigned.
And he resigned Friday morning saying, yep, I'm out.
So he'll be, in effect, still there, though, as prime minister for a period of time?
Till fall.
Yeah, till fall, but he resigned the position. So it's kind of interesting that Trump's over there saying, Great Britain took their country back. We're going to take America back. I'm just like, that's great.
So
that's
what?
Awesome. That's awesome.
So what are they gonna do then? Have an election? And
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
I haven't read any of that. I was just watching what it did to the market, and obviously, whenever there's things that are unstable, and it makes the European markets very unstable. So it's kind of like, who gets Greece now? Germany now gets stuck with Greece.
And that's the deal,
right? And now you're going to see some of these other. Is
Germany's
now
the next one to pull out,
go out,
you
right?
bet.
And now suddenly you're going to break up the whole European market again, which, for a stability standpoint, isn't great.
I don't know what makes that not great.
Oh, just look at this. Look at your stock account. Look at your investments.
That's just that's a temporary glitch. But what makes it? Forget about that. What makes it not great?
What makes it not great?
Mm-hmm.
What would make it not great would be that there's not unity in the European.
So what? What makes that not
for us, though, wouldn't it make?
Isn't it important that we have unity in our country, or would you like?
But we are a country. They
essentially were.
They were
right?
trying to make one, but they weren't.
Okay,
They're separate countries before.
Since 1993, they have been, right?
Not in one country. Never, never, never. They all had their own languages. They still all maintained their own currencies. Yes, they did.
They had the euro.
The euro was there as an overlying thing, but Great Britain never adopted the euro. They always had the pound. They never adopted the euro. So, yeah, the euro was there, but they still were a separate country and whatnot. So my question is, that has not yet been answered, is what makes it not great? If Germany is there making cars, are they not going to make cars anymore if they pull out? Are they not going to sell those cars across the globe?
Well, they would. They talked about the impact on trade just across Europe, that that will actually be a negative impact, they say, to Great Britain, because now instead they had a free trade deal amongst all those countries, and now will there be a tariff? Will there be this? So they think it will be a negative in Europe from just a trade standpoint. It doesn't affect our rates. Our market is obviously dictated by anything that happens across the world, and this is a big shakeup.
Oh,
right?
I agree with that.
It used to be
right.
A, now it's B, right? So now that it's B, that it's different. Our market, look at what happened Friday. The stock market dropped over 400 points. Everything was down about 2.5%. A 1% move in our markets is a big deal. So it was double that, right? So people that were smart, that were betting against the market, made an incredible gain on Friday, betting against the U.S. economy. The Federal Reserve came out and said, hey, we're not going to raise rates. Now the talk is, well, do they need to lower rates? Do they need to, mortgage interest rates dropped significantly on Friday. We're spending the weekend touching base with all of our past clients, say, hey, if there's ever a time, it's now, right? Haven't we heard this for the last 6 years?
We have heard it for the last 6 years. But what as of Friday morning, what could you get a rate for?
Market opened up better, so probably 3.5 30-year fix was real attainable, potentially lower, depending on what you're doing. But 15-year running in the high twos now. It's crazy low money, and people aren't. I don't think people have the mentality like, hey, I should maybe look at refinancing. My rate's at 4.5. Like, probably should. You should at least think about it. And we have a lot of people that are just looking to lower terms, and our marketing out to all of our past clients right now is, do you need to lower your term? Is now the time to lower your term from a 30 to a 20 to a 15? Is now the time? So
651-231-2500 would be the number to call. to talk to Kelvin about. Just have that conversation.
Just have the conversation is all we're asking. Let's have the conversation to see if it makes sense. It might not. But there's a lot of instability in the world economy.
So when there's instability like that, though, that's across the pond, that doesn't directly affect the United States.
It affects the stock market dramatically.
Isn't the United States then seemed as more of a stable place for people to invest money into ultimately long term? Then doesn't that
right? That's why the stock market
when other people
goes
aren't
down,
doing that great, don't we look better?
Right. That's why bond prices go up, right? And stock market goes down. So they're looking for safety. So they're looking to the safety of the United States. But the money that we have in the stock market that you have in your 401k and all those accounts on Friday took a pretty significant hit. So
because of fear.
Yeah. Everybody's getting out their bail and they're not sure what this means. Everybody's like, I'm not sure what this means, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when people say I don't know what this means, they get out. And you look at all the major companies.
Who is
the
that
Fortune,
doing that?
Well, a lot of the hedge funds, a lot of the
like on Friday, did you sell a bunch of stuff and get into bonds? I mean, the average person
doesn't do any of that.
No, but my brother-in-law, shorted the market, made a significant gain, right? So we were texting back and forth Thursday night, going, "Hey, if this comes out, it's dropping the market. Here's what we did. Here's the positions we put on in terms of shorting the market." So if you're shorting the market, if you're in that world and you're watching it. Now for the majority of people, they'll see like, oh, my account went down, and then hopefully things stabilize and it comes back up. I'm saying from the mortgage segment of this show, right now it's down. So yes,
that's a good thing for whatever reason.
Right. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So let's take advantage of it. It's down. Lock in your rate. Go on a 60-day lock and lock it and refinance your property and lock in a really low rate. Makes a ton of sense. I think markets, like always, go up and down. And this will get settled out, and it will hopefully come back up. But the timing is good for us in our business. So,
boy, if your 10-year rate is down in the 2s, it might finally make sense for me to refinance. I've been wanting to refinance forever on these low rates, and it just doesn't work.
What's hard for us to know is the it was a 50-50 look going into this deal. So we also knew that if they stayed in the European Union, that there'd be confidence and that the market would go up dramatic. I mean, there's like, hey, the market's going to take off, and rates follow that, right?
Right.
So on Thursday, we locked our entire pipeline. Did rates get a little bit better? They're probably an eighth better today. So
it's not that significant.
Not that significant. And if we were wrong,
you'll
right?
just relock it then.
Well, we can renegotiate it if it goes down lower. We have to be able to pick up about a quarter to renegotiate it. But we locked everything up because you never know. So when it's there, take it and grab it.
And I don't know that would necessarily have, if they had voted to stay because the vote was so close.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it necessarily would have been all that much different because now it's, that whole conversation.
That's over.
What does that mean?
Well, but prior to that conversation, the market corrected by over 500 points. So the thought was we'll go get that back. Well, instead we lost the 500 and now we lost another 400. So we're down about 1,000 points over 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Keep going. 651-231-2500. Please give me a call. Let's have a quick conversation whether or not you should look at lowering the term of your mortgage or refinancing back in just a lower rate.
Awesome. Thanks for coming and being a guest today, Kelvin.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
We're out of here.
That's it. That's it for this week on Real Estate Chalk Talk. Next week, we are off next week because of the 4th of July, so we'll have a best of program on the show. Come see me in Apple Valley, 4587 137th Street.
You've been listening to your Real Estate Chalk Talk with the Hittner Group, the leaders of the #1 Coldwell Banker Burnett real estate team in Minnesota. If you want to get more when you sell and pay less when you buy, call 612-627-8000 or go online to hittnergroup.com.
Hey, it's Kelvin Kaemingk, the money man from your Real Estate Chalk Talk. It's hard to believe that we're in our 7th season with the show. I love the conversations we have on a weekly basis and know that I'm here to help you with your new purchase or refinance. We never charge an origination fee, so don't believe your lender when they say it's a required or standard fee. Also, if you mention this ad, I'll cover the cost of your appraisal when we close on your home loan. It's time for a smart conversation. Call me today at 651-231-2500. Again, 651-231-2500. You're going to like the way we work. American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, NMLS number 150953.
Relief in Tucson Red. feeling better in Santorini Blue. No matter what the color, Wow One Day Painting gets any job done in a day guaranteed. The experts at Wow One Day Painting take away your stress with a free on-site quote and spotless cleanup. Uniformed, professional, and on time. So stay mellow in yellow and relax when you have Wow One Day Painting on the job. Call Wow One Day Painting 1-888-969-1329. WowOneDayPainting.com.
With SRN News, I'm Michael Harrington in Washington. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon might try to block the Brexit. The story from Karen Chamas in London.
Sturgeon, determined to keep Scotland inside the EU, said in an interview that